You join us here in Imola as we prepare for what will undoubtedly be a magnificent day of racing. It's time, of course, for the Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix. Unlike most Formula One tracks, Imola is driven anti-clockwise and offers our drivers today just over 3 miles of glistening wet tarmac to negotiate. It's made up of a roughly equal split of 9 right-hand turns and 10 left-hand. Watch the drivers on the way into turn 16. Managing their speed there will be crucial, with the rain only adding to the difficulty of that downhill braking section, which then, of course, leads into the track's longest straight, though no DRS there today, of course. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, and Lando Norris lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Verstappen, Hamilton, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Leclerc, Russell, Piastri, and Lucas Blakely, Lawson, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, and Sainz, Hadjar, Albon, Gabriel Bortoleto, and Nico Hülkenberg, Ocon, Behrman, Doohan, and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me in the commentary box today, a man who I always look up to, which is easier said than done, Anthony Davidson. So we're getting close to the start of the race. What will this driver be experiencing? Big nerves, big excitement, what?
Always extra nerves at the start of the race, Gruffy. It's probably at the start of the race, it's where your heart rate's at its highest in anticipation. And you've got to be in the right mindset. You've got to be thinking there inside the car, what can go right? How can I be opportunistic rather than what can go wrong? And how do I protect my position? Look forward and stay positive. It's easy to say, very hard to do when you're in that position.
Brilliant, nice move, keep going. Good job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 11.0 seconds. Okay, you've just started the final lap of the race. Final lap.
It's a performance that our Emilia-Romagna Grand Prix winners can be justifiably proud of. And I'm sure there'll be celebrations tonight.
They had to be decisive with their overtaking today as they worked their way through the field. And those kind of race victories are so enjoyable because it's not just like winning from the front. They really had to work for it today.
Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time out? Be sure to join us once again as we continue to bring you all the excitement of Formula One. It's Monte Carlo with history, glamour and a uniquely tight and claustrophobic challenge. One that over the course of a lap sees us tour an entire country. Welcome along to the Monaco Grand Prix. The astonishing Circuit de Monaco is, for all intents and purposes, virtually unchanged since its inaugural race back in 1929. The faster cars of today ensure the 19 corners past the casino and along the seafront remain as thrilling as ever. A 2.1-mile lap here takes us around an entire country, yet never more than inches from the race-ending barriers. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday, and he'll start from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have Antonelli, Verstappen, Yuki Tsunoda, and Russell, Leclerc, Piastri, Blakely, and Carlos Sainz, Stroll, Isaac Hadjar, and Albon, Fernando Alonso, Lawson, Esteban Ocon, and Jack Doohan, Bortoletto, Hulkenberg, Gasly, and Ollie Behrman rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And striding into our commentary box to join us today, the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davidson. Look, we know it's not where you start, it's where you finish. But let's talk about the start now. What's there to help the drivers get away well?
Big pressure at the start of the race, Crofty, for all of them up and down the grid, no matter where you are. But the drivers these days, they practice, practice and practice. They have rigs with them at the circuit where they can sit down with the actual steering wheel from the real car, and they've got lights that they react to. The clutch paddle is tailored around the driver's hands, around their fingers, so they can have optimum position before they start. So there's so much thought and effort that goes into getting these cars off the line.
We've been given a time penalty. It will go against our finishing time at the end of the race. Get your head down and let's get it done. Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go and have a look. Okay, the stewards have given you a 3. Mind that front wing, it's going to need replacing if it takes too much damage. Okay mate, don't worry about the damage. I've got some new strategy options if you go and check your MFD. I'm afraid you've been given a time penalty for that last incident, mate. No need to worry about the tyre condition for now, everything's looking good. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Wow, that was a heck of an impact. Let me know you're okay. Okay, we've been given a time. Okay, be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage. That start was okay, now stay alert for threats around you. We can now use DRS. DRS now available. That move was illegal, I'm afraid, mate. Return the position, give it back. seeing major front wing damage. Box, box, box. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.9 seconds. Okay, you have some front wing damage, but not enough to justify a stop in the remaining laps. Great work, that's a new fastest lap of the race. Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
They led from lights out to the flag at the end. and their race victory was never in doubt, was it? Brilliant stuff by them.
Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.